Hello, Schulering, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, the Schulering Hub Talking Hospitality. And thank you for listening another episode. We're great to have you here, and please let us know how we're doing and who you want to listen in the show. But today, we are actually changing realities. We are jumping to a virtual one. And I know there's a little bit of backlash about virtual reality, but listen to me, because today we have in the show Marco Antonio Lueg. Welcome to
Hello, Maurício. How are you doing? Thank you for inviting me to your podcast. It's great for me to be here.
Now, it's an honor to have you here. And Marco, I'm doing this introduction and saying for our listeners to switch on, because when it comes to virtual reality, there is some people that love it, some haters, and you have a pretty cool approach to it, okay? And I love the way that you approach the virtual reality and what you're doing with the tourism. But before we get to that, just humans first. Tell us a little bit about you and how hospitality got into your veins.
Sure. Well, my name is Marco Lueg, as you well introduced. I come from Argentina. I'm living in Europe since 5 years already. I founded 2 startups, but I also studied digital marketing. So I really like to introduce new technologies, not just into hospitality, but also tourism. So yeah, that's my background. And basically, I was born and raised inside a hotel. Not many people know that. But actually, my family, they bought a hotel in Argentina when I was just 2 years old. I didn't have much chance just to follow them. In fact, it's in Villa Carlos Paz. It's one of the most rich places in Argentina. And I was living there until 14. So for the 12 years inside the hotel, like we shared the kitchen where with the guests. I was preparing breakfast and also doing my lunch.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have quite like the hospitality in my blood, I would say, right? So after studying digital marketing, I made like few startups there in Argentina related to marketing and advertising. Then I decided to move to Europe to look for a better living, to try to enhance my professional career, right? And well, I stepped in Prague, which is also a very touristic place and beautiful place to be, totally different from Argentina. So I was very happy to be here. And I fell in love with the history here, right? Like, it's amazing, like everything happened. I was in love on the thought about being a tour guide. So I started very hard to study the history of the place and slowly stepping into tourism. And I became a tour guide. And yeah, then I after a year, I wanted to combine both things, like the love for innovation, for technology, for marketing with the history knowledge. So I was, during my tours, I was wondering, right? I was telling the people about history, but they were not able to try to imagine how that happened or what happened exactly there. So I was like, it would be so cool that I can not just tell the people what happened there, but also that they can see it. So there is where started the first spark to go to the way of virtual reality. I didn't know at the beginning how to do it. So this was like 4 years ago. So slowly I started to make like all the historical research, to get a team of architecture, of 3D modelers. I developed software, and then finally we came up with this product that basically is taking people out of the street and in different stops where some historical moment took place in Prague. You will put on the glasses and you will go back in time to revive that historical moment while I tell you that. Like while the tour guide will tell you that. So it's, as you said, there is a lot of people that when they said virtual reality, they get scared. And this is something that we are fighting with. We are like educating the market somehow. And that's why for me, it was very important to try to keep it as simple as possible. Because I have every kind of customers. I had even a girl from Mexico that she was 86 years old, and she had like a really nice time. And for me, that was beautiful to see, as well as the kids. So yes, like when people think about virtual reality, they think most of the times about metaverse, or they think about something very complicated that you have to go in and you spend a lot of time. Yeah, this world also exists, and in fact is growing pretty fast, but there are also middle ways. And this is what is now starting to grow and to see how this tool will fit in each industry. Yeah. So this is something that we are now exploring, right? So first we launched like the VR Guide Me. That is the company that offers the historical experiences. But now we founded also a few months ago, a startup that is called Virtual Arena, where we help companies to enhance their product, to empower their business through immersive experiences.
First of all, amazing story, yeah? Like you're growing up in a hotel, sharing the kitchen with the guests. I imagine that interaction with the guests and you growing up in such an environment made you think about their own experiences that they were living there. How was to live there in a hotel as a child? Like
amazing. Amazing, yeah, it was great. I mean, you were meeting new people every day, and as you know, in hospitality, you're working with people that they are on holiday.
Yeah.
So they are happy. They are happy to be outside of home, to do something different, to meet new people, to live work out, and also they take their time to speak with the owners about their problems. So. So basically, you have to be there not just as a guest, but also most of the time as a psychologist.
Yeah. So, a 10-year-old psychologist. Amazing. Amazing. Cool. So then, after studying digital marketing and moving to Prague, you got that back of leading with people and getting the tourism around, yeah? And I've tried your product, okay? And it took me really to another place, yeah? It's quite fantastic, and it's different, as you said. You point out really well. It's different than what most people are expecting when talking about virtual reality. Okay? So can you just use a very specific example so we can actually picture that one of the activities that you do here in Prague, so who is listening can try to kind of position themselves there? How does it...
For the tourism, you mean?
For a VR Guide Me.
Yeah, well, with VR Guide Me, what we offer now in Prague is a walking tour it lasts around 2 hours, where a tour guide will take you through the old and new city of Prague, so both. And then in different stops, like we will go with the headsets, with the virtual reality headsets, we will go around the city, and in 6 different stops, we will put on the glasses. You will see the surrounding, you will see the city, the tour guide will tell you as a normal tour, but then you put also the headset and you can be there in that specific moment. For example, we take you to the old Prague Square, we tell you about the surroundings and everything, and then you put on the glasses and you start seeing how was the Prague Square 120 years ago. And you know, Mauri, since until now, I put on the glasses in more than 1,000 people. You know, Mark Zuckerberg should pay me because I'm educating the market, and it's very hard work. It's really hard because many people is like thinking about like, is this a good idea or not? But at the end, I can assure you that they really like it and they much appreciate the effort on offering this experience, because at the end it's always the same. They say that they got a much better understanding of Prague history, and that's it. That's the idea.
Yeah. I remember because like my office is here in the Wenceslas Square in Prague, yeah, and as an ambassador, and I remember putting your VR first time I met you, yeah, and then I came here for the first time, and it was the spring Prague, yeah, the invasion of the Soviet, and I could see the entrance to my office, but it was full of tanks, and you're telling me what was going on, and I could really see like the elements, the people that I learned in the past was awesome. So, but yeah. Now, so let's get down to what you're doing right now with the VR and how you are providing the experience for other industries, please.
Yeah, so with VR Guide Me, we have already like the product is working, like we have it there, and we are actually also growing to other cities, which is nice.
What cities? What cities you're going to?
Right now we are about to start in Malaga, in Spain, and we are preparing for 2 cities in Italy.
Cool.
I cannot say the names.
Okay, cool. Let's keep that in the pocket.
Okay. But since we experienced these last 2 years, putting like the headsets into so many people's head, we learn how they react, what they like, what they don't. We learn how to offer the best content. So now I want to also offer this knowledge to other industries. And since I know about hospitality, I know about different industries that how can be this tool applied, I want to also offer them this solution, right? And I want to do the same, keep it simple, good, and to help them to increase their goal. Could be selling, could be showing the property, could be offering them better experience, or also be different. I told you last time, like I went to an event.
That's the story I wanted to hear, because I remember that you said that you went to an event, it's something clicked in that event. And tell me that story again, sorry.
Actually, Mauri, after that event, I came out, I called my partner and I told him, Virtual Arena needs to born. It was like this feeling, you know, because, well, I was like showing my product in a Europe Congress event. It was mixed between tourism and hospitality and venues. And I was the only one with the VR glasses in my stand. And people was approaching me because of that. Like they really felt attracted to it, curious also. All the rest, they didn't have it. So I was looking at them at their stands, and they say, hey, it would be really nice that they also have one pair of VR headset each, because they can't really use it. I mean, I'm seeing a hotel there that it's from Austria, and he wants to show to the clients how it looks, not just the hotel, but also the surrounding. Why don't you put the VR headset to your clients and you immerse them in your actual place? They can see the rooms, they can see the place, they can see the restaurant, the surroundings. It's amazing tool, and it's really immersive, and it really makes you different.
That's super cool. So basically, it's I can be in this fair or in this event, and I can take the visitors that are coming because they know my brand or just to understand my hotel, and actually take them directly to the hotel to see how the room looks like, how the pool looks like. How does it work?
Exactly. Well, what we do is it's called a digital twin. We make a copy, a model of your place, of your hotel, of your venue, but in digital, in 3D, in 360 also. And then in our software, we develop the whole virtual tour, depending on the experience that you want to offer. And then you can take this tool wherever you want, because with our software, it works offline, without cables. You don't need technical assistance. It's very easy to use. And this is a great thing, of course, no? Because I understand that sometimes it can be complicated. That's why we wanted to do it as simple as possible.
And how is the virtual arena working now? Where is the project at?
Well, right now we are offering this product to the hotels, the venues, and also we are working for real estate. Because basically the concept is stop imagine and live it. See it with your own eyes. So this concept can be applied in different industries. For example, now the development of properties, of construction projects, but also for hotels, for example, when they go for a sell tour to other places, they just take a pair of VR headsets in their bag and they can show to their clients how the hotel look like.
And do you have numbers that support already the advantage of using VR?
Right now, I don't have like a certain number that I can give you. I can say that with our clients, they are very grateful with the tool because it's a greater effect for the clients, right? And I also can tell you, imagine that you are in an event where you have 10 hotels that the client can. He will go through every exhibitor and he will look at all of them. Which one you think that he will remember? The one that he showed the hotel through a picture in the laptop or a video, or the one that put you a virtual reality headset and he went with you through the hotel facility? I mean, I don't have enough certain number. I can tell you that this guy will remember you.
Yeah, 100%. And you can actually walk in the room, without walking, right? Because I remember people being a little bit afraid of using virtual reality and hitting walls, right? But you can actually walk in being static. Is that right?
Yeah, this is here is where virtual reality offers different kinds of experiences. In our case, and in my experience, I don't want people to normally walk through the property because sometimes they feel dizzy. Yeah. So what we do is like a Google Maps hotspots where you can jump from one point to the other and you can walk but jumping from one hotspot to the other one. And also this is better because it allows us to give a much more realistic environment on terms of quality.
Marco, this is absolutely awesome. And we normally here we have a little game, but we are already kind of talking about the future when it comes to virtual reality. But let's try that and imagine. Okay, so we have this game where I always ask the last questions about how hospitality will be in the next 5-8 years. We started asking 15, was too far ahead. But how will a virtual reality play a role in the guest experience coming to the future? And I won't even put a date here, just going forward.
Well, this is a hard question, Maurício. Yeah, I can tell you that I quite know where virtual reality technology is heading. No, that it will be every time a better and realistic experience, more easy to use. That you will actually feel that you're there. That you will be also feeling this virtual world with either suits or gloves. So it will be also interactive. I think the virtual reality will take part not just for the selling tool, but also on, for example, the booking of the hotels. For example, Imagine that you are going back home and you see your wife, which is with just a simple glasses and is watching around, and you ask her, what are you doing? And she answers you, well, I'm watching the room that I want to book. I'm not sure if this one or this one. Maybe. I don't know. This is something that I can imagine right now, but I would say that maybe we can go for a better answer if we go through it together, because remember that I'm the virtual reality specialist, but you are the hospitality specialist. You are the one with the casino and hotel ambassador in Prague. So here is where I will tell you, I think the technology will head this direction, and you will tell me, I think hospitality will head this direction. So let's try to find the middle points together. At the end, it's about that. It's to create an experience together. It's not just me.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I have that dream, that vision that basically we will, as you said, we'll do our bookings, make our bookings, but being more interactive into the bookings. Yeah. So just as and we had this conversation before with Omar, that he's a digital marketing guy from Canada. And we had that conversation about the future of how websites will look like, right? Because 10 years ago, probably most hotels wouldn't have a website to book the room. They may show something, but they wouldn't have the websites to show the room. Now it's photos and videos everywhere, right? And I have that feeling that we are going towards digital twins, right? As you said, now you explaining, and I can see that happening, and it makes total sense that as today we are watching photos and videos, and 5 years ago we would only see photos and low quality photos. Now we see high quality photos and videos, and in 5-10 years we'll be immersed in the room, and it's just gonna be the natural thing, it's just gonna be how it is, so I'm super excited to see where you take.
I think it will totally like that. I mean, it's the beginning of this tool. I think the release of iVision is a great step forward for this technology, because it says that Apple is also going for it. So at the beginning of the website, for example, not everyone was keen to make a website. Not everyone wanted one. Now, if you don't have a website, you are not in the market. So with virtual reality will happen the same. Suddenly you will start seeing that you go to the venues and you see that everyone has a virtual reality headset, but not you. So the client will come and say, where is the headset? I will say, I don't have a headset. So call Marco.
That's awesome. And like you explained that, and maybe some hoteliers, some listeners now will be thinking like, nah, that won't happen. I hate virtual reality, or whatever is the reason that they think, or that they haven't experienced probably. But I remember there was our chat with Simon Porto, and I remember that he said that his first job he got into, he was working the reception, and he was there on shift when they got the first request of a reservation via email, right? Because before was everything on the phone, right? So they got a reservation request via email, and the general manager turned to him and said, that's the end of hospitality. And indeed was just really the beginning of a boom in hospitality. So I can just see one step going forward, and people believe, we are going that way, regardless of what you think.
It's so too.
Marco, that was awesome. How can people call Marco when they need?
Well, you just can Google me in Marco Antonio Lueg, or in LinkedIn. Also, you'll find it. There is all my data. I don't mind to share, because Google already has it all. Why not the rest of the people? So I don't mind. You can contact me wherever you want, at whatever time. No mind.
Marco, that was an amazing conversation. I will put your LinkedIn links as well in our chat so people can find you. You have a website. Yep.
Also, virtualarena.tech.
Cool. I will put your website as well. It was a very cool chat. Thank you very much for coming and talking to me.
Thanks to you, Maurizio. Great job. Thank you very much.
Schulering, thank you for listening. And please, if you like this episode, just share with your colleagues. Let's get more people learning about what we're doing. It's all about sharing information here. And also, just rate our episodes. Let us know how we're doing. Just there's a 5-star there, 4 stars, 3 stars. You can comment. Use that on Spotify so we know if we're doing well or not. Thank you very much for listening. Bye, everybody.